My name is Jody Volkman. I work for Marshfield Clinic Health System and Security Health Plan. Stacy Schultz with the Community Foundation, Kevin Nowack with Cybertrawl Engineering, formerly ESE, and Megan Nelson on Prevention Genetics were part of my group, and they couldn't make it here today. The Invest in Volunteerism idea came from our October community engagement day, and we kind of left that one feeling kind of down on ourselves, like, man, there are so many opportunities and we have so little time. You know, I work 40 hours a week and I volunteer at church, but I want to do so much more. So we thought, what if we can start connecting people who have a little bit more time with some of these organizations that need volunteers? Empty nesters, you know, parents that were super involved in their high school and then their kids went off to college. Now what do? You know, they don't have to volunteer at the school anymore. You have people who just retired. Yeah, they did the honeydew list for a year, but now that's done. Now what? Well, the bad thing that's happening in this community that we sometimes see is those people go back to work. They don't have to work, they just don't know what to do with themselves. Or they leave. They go to the Twin Cities because that's where their kids are, that's where the grandkids are, and why should they be, you know, in Marshfield when they've got no involvement? So we thought if we could start to get a way to get those empty nesters and pre-retirees and just retired folks to get involved in the community, they stay here. We also know that volunteerism has these great antidepressant type of side effects. It's got great self-confidence building things. It creates a challenge for somebody to do something new. So there's proven health benefits to volunteering as well. Finally, it's good for the community, right? We get those organizations that need volunteers to deliver meals, to take tickets, to help organize one-time events, whatever it is, we get those people in those positions. So we thought this is gonna be a great, and we're not gonna feel so bad like we did in October, and it's gonna be great. And then of course the pandemic hit, and encouraging folks to that age demographic to get involved in the community isn't really the best thing right now, but we've got it on pause and we're gonna pick it back up. The way we wanted to get these people involved was to talk to financial planners, because this demographic is also highly invested in their investments, right? They're thinking about, how am I gonna afford college? How am I gonna afford retirement? So we thought if we could just get financial planners to slide this across the table or put it in their folders or just talk about it when they have that first discussion, like, what do you think in the next 10 years is gonna bring? They can get to know their clients, slide this across the table and say, have you considered investing in volunteerism? And that's all they have to do. We have a QR code that connects them with Volunteer Marshfield on the back, a website that has tons of volunteer opportunities and is maintained by the United Way in kind of a covert way. So it doesn't have the United Way branding on it, but it does have great maintenance there. We did have one organization that I'm involved with help fund this year, and they'll continue to do that because they're an investment firm and they give some money to their clients to do volunteerism. So we kind of got a funding source for this, and that should help keep it sustainable. A couple challenges we ran into. We hosted an in-person event in March, right when everybody was getting kind of tense about going to things like that. So it wasn't well attended. It was also a financial planner meeting in the middle of tax season, which wasn't great either. So not a high availability time for them. Third thing we learned about financial planners is many work independently, so they don't maybe congregate in bigger groups. They tend to work within their own organization. So things we learned along the way that helped us, we're just doing it face-to-face, one-on-one from here on out. One of the challenges, we did have 5 members when we started and we had 4 when we finished. That's just sometimes in business, you lose a team member along the way, but we got through that challenge as well. We're also proud to announce the Group 2020. Megan had her baby, so we did add 1 back to the group. That's all I have.